Well, I've lost 30 pounds. Usually was running 330, and now I run at 300 pounds. And this is practically all I eat. This is broccoli and cauliflower, drizzled with olive oil and sea salt. You put it in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes, and it comes out these roasted vegetables. This time I had Brussels sprouts and fixed them with Parmesan and lemon juice. And it's so easy to do, and it tastes just fantastic. I mean, it's salty, buttery. And kind of sweet too. My mom usually doesn't like vegetables, but she fixes this stuff because she knows it tastes good. What really tastes good is the surfaces like this, where there's a lot of surface area, like and the flavor gets concentrated there. Doesn't happen so much with broccoli. With cauliflower. It's the broccoli florets that taste the greatest. It's kind of like your preference shift from breads, which have a high surface area and a lot of carbs. That means they get absorbed almost instantly. You don't want that as a diabetic. This stuff is safe because it's almost got no sugar, no carbs in it whatsoever. And it's got salt and butter in it. Go figure. I lost weight. So I eat this. I had a ribeye steak on Saturday. It was one of those that has a big old bone in it. That thick. Very fatty. The fattier the steak, the higher the rating it gets. It goes from choice to select, all based upon how much the fat is interlaced in the steak. Laced in the steak. So I had one. It was really good steak, and I fixed it rare. I love rare steak. Really, all you need to make a steak safe is to sear the surface of the steak on either side. You also have to get it around the steak. So it doesn't really matter what the state of the steak is inside of the steak, more on what got cooked on the outside of the steak. Because that's where all the bacteria is on the outside, not on the inside. That's the reason why in France they can, in France people eat steak raw. The reason why they can do that is because the way they fix the steak when they cut it. But, is because all the bacteria that develops the stuff you worry about is on the surface of the steak. It never gets into the steak. So it's more about how you prepare it than it is about the, you know, how you cut it and how you prepare it than it is about, yeah. So I had like a big old ribeye steak, and then the day after that I had coho salmon, 2 pounds. I still have salmon left over. I'm going to have some of that after I've eaten this. And if I feel like eating something sweet, I'll go for something like the carb stuff I like to eat. This is new ice cream. Let's see if I got it. This is new. Mint fudge cookie. Carb Smart. Stuff is fantastic. And they use maltitol in it, which I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, it's got dietary fiber and sugar alcohols. So 20 grams comes down to about 6 grams. They probably say that on the front. It's like 5 net carbs. And what that really means is that the sugars don't hit the bloodstream instantly. So the glycemic index is lower, doesn't make you hungry for more sweets. And it doesn't have a negative effect on your weight or anything. There's 9 servings per one of those. So per serving, it's only adding about 5 grams of sugar. And the carbohydrates, even though it says they're 20 grams, really are about effectively 5 or 6 grams. And if you're on keto diet, you're allowed to have about, I guess, 10 grams or 20 grams per day. So you could have like practically half that container, all of this stuff, and a big old steak every day, and still be losing weight.